Governor Kemp could be signing off on redistricting maps any day now, but there are still concerns about the way those lines were drawn. Yesterday, things got heated between people in District 3 and their commissioner. Now, other city leaders are speaking up about the maps. News Channel 6's Ashley Jones has details.
Somerville and Forest Hills would have been the natural ones to move into 1 and 2.
But Commissioner Alvin Mason, who also sits on the ad hoc committee, says with these new lines, Somerville and Forest Hills will not be touched.
Based on their new map, I've got 50% new voting population. I've lost 6 subdivisions that formerly belonged to me. If the governor signs this, I will have lost 6 subdivisions and gained 5 new ones.
Mason also talked about the racial makeup of the communities on the new map.
The census said that District 3 had turned predominantly black, some 47%, based on the new map that was drawn. Now, Senator Burns' map now shows District 3 as being the majority white again, but that's not what the census number says. So when you pull out specific precincts like 309, which are predominantly black, and move them into a more predominantly black district, like District 5, that's considered packing and stacking.
Mason says the original maps drawn in Atlanta were approved by the ad hoc committee, the school board, and the Augusta Commission, but he claims the opposition from 2 neighborhoods caused senators to redraw those maps.
Now, the thing that bothers me in reference to this is that Representative Newton was on the ad hoc committee, yet he didn't show up to any meetings. I think he may have been on Zoom one of the times, but as I looked over the transcripts, he offered no substantive information. As a matter of fact, he didn't have any comments whatsoever about anything that went on, and he wasn't there for the vote. So if he really did not like the situation, he should have been at the meetings to discuss that.
Mason says the original maps drawn out of Atlanta were opposed by the Somerville and Forest Hills neighborhoods. District 3 resident David Dunnigan wrote a letter to Commissioner Catherine Smith McKnight stating why those neighborhoods shouldn't be broken up. There are also claims that the letter had racial overtones. It read in part, quote, "It has been proven throughout the years by election results that the majority of our residents share like-kind values, desires, and principles."
I don't think there was any there, and there certainly wasn't any intent. Typically what you're talking about with historic districts is you're talking about commissioners that can work within the historic guidelines. Anytime there's remodeling concern, you have to have a commissioner that understands this stuff and can work with the Historic Preservation Commission. So it was certainly no intent to have any sort of racial overtones in that letter.
Regardless of the intent, when these maps are signed off on by the governor, many organizations will be looking to take legal action against the state. In Augusta, I'm Ashley Jones, WJBF News Channel 6.